What's going on, world? DS1 Rolston. We back here on Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, and we are back with another video. And in this video, I wanted to speak on Sarah Garvey and the situation that's going on right now, and how people are using his situation as a way to say that, just Pearly Things is doing bad business. She has bad business practices. She's offering bad contracts. And a lot of these people who are coming up with this, they're using Sarah Garvey as their proof. And when I looked at Sarah Garvey and I listened to Sarah Garvey, I don't trust him. And honestly, I think this is selective outrage. I think that Sarah Garvey is strategically using the fact that Just Pearly Things brought up the topic of slavery, and she misrepresented herself in doing so. And I think he's just using that as a way now to come in and to spin a narrative to go his way. And so he can capitalize from it. I honestly think this is an attack by a former disgruntled employee. Now, I know some of y'all may say, oh, DS1, are you defending Pearly now? Absolutely not. But see, I do understand what people do in this social media world. I do understand also how people can get disgruntled and try to make people who they once were down with look a certain way as well. See, I understand these tactics. And this is exactly what I think Sarah Garvey is doing with Pearly. Because if you go back and you watch the earlier content that he has done with Pearly, I mean, they looked good on camera. They actually made a good team. I honestly think that Sarah Garvey probably felt like he should have been promoted more. He should have probably gotten more. Maybe he should have received some more prestige that basically he didn't receive something that he wanted from his employer. And he used this perfect time to come in and try to capitalize. And then he knew that if he come in, people would ask, well, what is your story with Pearly? And then he can try to make it look like he was this employee who worked so hard up under her, and for some reason, he just wasn't treated right. He always felt slighted, and I don't want to hear that shit, Sarah Garvey, because I can already tell that if you were in a written business contract with Pearly, you signed it and you agreed. If y'all had a verbal contract, you agreed to whatever stipulations she brought to you. So this is complete selective outrage in my book from Sarah Garvey. I don't even think nobody should be using him as an example anymore. I think he's a poor example because he was an employee of Pearlie's. You see? And he could have came out a long time ago. Why come out now? You see? Why come out now? Oh, because Pearlie name is out and hot in the algorithm? So you trying to come in and capitalize and get what you got going off the ground? That's cool. But I'm not falling for it, Sarah Garvey. This is selective outrage. You're like, man, shit, I might as well share some of this Pearlie clout. Why can't I get some of this Pearlie clout? See, I get it. I'm not gonna fall for the okey doke. I know what this is about. I see it. Because like I said, when I go back, you do not look like you were unhappy. You look like you was trying to build with Pearlie. Now, whatever happened behind the scenes, I don't think you're telling the full story. And this is why now your channels are getting flagged and she's trying to get you removed. Because at the end of the day, whatever business y'all agreed to, it's obvious that you are not supposed to be misrepresenting your former employee in the public the way you have been doing. And this is why I think you're being reprimanded. You see, so there's a lot going on behind the scenes, or I'm gonna say a lot that went on behind the scenes as far as business and the relationship between Sarah Garvey and Just Pearlie things. And I think as content creators, if we're gonna continue to speak on this situation, we need to keep it in context. Let's not start going down this rabbit hole, because that's when things start going another direction. That's when the narrative can get muddy. That's when things could just start going crazy. And that's what's starting to happen. That's what's starting to happen. Now you have people talking about, black women are jealous, and now it's getting out of hand, and it's because we're grasping for straws here when we need to keep this in context. This is about keeping control of black media and controlling the black narrative. That's what this is about. This is not about if she's attractive, if she was in a relationship with this dude. It's not about any of that. And this is why I say Sarah Garvey and him jumping into this is him just clout chasing and him trying to get some Pearlie clout. Just like the rest of you guys are trying to get some Pearlie clout by bigging her up and kissing her ass and, oh, you jealous, oh, you this, oh, you that. That's all clout chasing. And that's all Sarah Garvey is doing. He's trying to come in and pander to American pro-blacks so he can gain that crowd, so he can get the numbers. At the end of the day, he don't give a damn about us. And not only is this a way for him to get clout and to him to get recognition, this is also a way for him to get back at Pearlie. And I think we need to stay out of that. We have nothing to do with that. We have bigger fish to fry. We have bigger fish to fry. So let's not fall down this rabbit hole with Sarah Garvey and his selective outrage because you mad at your former employer. That's between you and her. That's between you and her. However she treated you, that's how she treated you. That's how you allowed her to treat you. That's what you signed up for. That's what you agreed to. Whether you're signed on a dotted line or whether you agreed with a handshake or with an agreement that came out of your mouth. Whether it was a verbal contract or a written contract. So now you being just a disgruntled employee has nothing to do with this argument, Sarah Garvey. Has nothing to do with it. It's bigger than that. So stay in your lane. We don't need your help. Okay? Because you didn't care about American pro-blacks and how we were portrayed in the media and how we were treated by white folks on our jobs, and you didn't care about that shit. So don't try to come over here and pander and look for sympathy, because that's all you're doing. Now you want to play this, oh, we all together kumbaya shit when you're not even that type of black man. And we know that because what? You signed up and took a job from Pearlie to run around and promote what she wanted you to promote. So we don't believe you. We need more people. You need more people, man. We're not falling for this. And I want to and shout out to all the content creators that have been standing firm on this. Shout out to the brothers and shout out to the sisters. Shout out to all of y'all. But let's not get swayed off and fall off into this Sarah Garvey and what he had going on with Pearlie and what might have happened and what could have happened. Let's forget Sarah Garvey. He's nothing but a disgruntled employee, and we don't know the particulars of what he had going on. And we shouldn't care because it's bigger than a goddamn job, black people. And that's all Sarah Garvey had. All he had was a job with this woman. And we have bigger fish to fry. So get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of the video. Shout out to all the visionaries. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.